Hello y'all, it's Mario here with another haul video. So for today's video, I'm actually in a very good mood, and the reason being is because I actually got all my figures tariff free. So before I continue, I want to mention something very quickly. If you guys are from the US and do purchase from AmiAmi, I do actually have very important information regarding the tariffs, so you guys might want to stick around for this one. So yeah, going back to that, I'm actually happy that I got my figures tariff free, because honestly, I thought I was actually going to be paying tariffs on them, because AmiAmi didn't ship out my package till the 29th of April. And as some of you already know, the minimus exemption for China was ending on May the 2nd at midnight. So I was almost certain that these figures were not gonna cross customs by that time, and I was just gonna pay tariffs of 120%. However, I actually got lucky, and like 2 hours ago, I actually got my package, and I didn't have to pay any tariffs. So regarding the information with AmiAmi and USA citizens, so for a long time, as far as I can remember, and I've been buying from AmiAmi for a few years, for over a year now, AmiAmi has always put country of origin Japan on their packing slip. However, right now I checked my packing slip and it was actually left blank. And the reason as to why is that important to all you guys residing here in the US is because customs does actually check the country of origin, and if it does say China, most likely you will be hit with the 120% tariff on the goods. However, sometimes I don't know how custom is doing it, if they're checking every box or just checking the COO. However, AmiAmi is leaving it blank now, which is a problem, because if the country of origin is left blank, most likely customs will be forced to either open the package or just trust that everything in the package actually is from Japan. So a lot of people were willing to gamble with AmiAmi and hoping that their packages were just gonna be subjected to the Japan exemption. However, now that AmiAmi has, I guess, changed their policy with their country of origin, and they started leaving it blank, it's very likely that now they're gonna be checking our packages at customs just to make sure that the goods are not Chinese. So yeah, that's something that is very important for us here in the USA to keep in mind if we really wanna gamble and get figures from AmiAmi right now with the whole tariff situation. So yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know in advance. Just, I don't know what you want to do, if you want to risk it or not, but honestly, I'm not sure what I'm going to do myself right now with the whole tariff situation, because it's too much of a gamble. Before, I was a little bit more comfortable with the fact that AmiAmi left the COO as Japan. However, now that they just leave it blank, it's very likely that customs is going to start checking the boxes. However, I'm not sure how it's going to proceed. So I'm still contemplating myself what I'm going to do with these pre-orders. But anyways, without further ado, let's get right to it and let's do the unboxing. Alrighty, so first up, I'm actually gonna start with the most budget figures I actually got, and these are figures that have already been released, and they're from my Just a Darling and Oshi no Ko. So first up, I'm actually gonna start with this little box right here. I actually got this one from eBay, I wanna say, yes, eBay, and this figure is from my Dress Up Darling. So yeah, so let's check this one out. So first off, we have this one, and it is a price figure, and it is of Marin Kitagawa with the Shizuku cosplay. So if you guys are familiar with my channel, a couple of months ago, I actually did an unboxing on the price figure with the Liz cosplay by Taito and part of the Tmos lineup, and I was beyond impressed, super impressed. Hands down my favorite price figure, and honestly, in my opinion, it actually competes with other Marin Kitagawa scale figures, which are like 2 or actually like 4 times its cost. So if you're interested, do check out that video in which I did the unboxing on the Marin Kitagawas. But yeah, so they actually released, Taito actually released the Shizuku version of the same style of figure, Tmos lineup as well, and I just had to get it. And I got this one from eBay for like $35 US, shipped and everything. And yeah, I'm very excited for this one, and I'm hoping it delivers just as well as the Liz one did. So let's open this up. Okay, so as previously mentioned on the last video, the last unboxing of the Tmos figures, they do actually come in a packing slip, which is pretty nice, considering, again, it's a price figure worth I actually bought it from a US seller, so I paid $30-something, like I said, which he probably made some profit out of it. So it's probably worth like $20 if you buy it from Japan and include it like in a haul from already AmiAmi or another company like Mandarake or whatever. But anyways, yeah, pretty good packaging. There we go. Oh my God, this is just great. I love it. Here's the first part. I'm gonna do a little close up on that one. Wow, the stockings, everything. And like I said, this is honestly the scale, I think it's 1/6 scale for $30. It is just crazy. I am always shocked by these T-Most figures. And here she is. I'm just gonna set this to the side. Let me put this over here, and let me get over here the base. Okay, let's start with the base first over here. And it's almost the same as the other T-Most figure with the Liz cosplay. And if I remember correctly, it's just the little heart. And then it's the base. It says Marin Kitagawa Shizuku version there in gold. And you just set the heart and the little pegs in there. Get it in there. Y'all can kind of see it there. And then, oh, nice, 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 nice. Let me see, let me see. I wonder if you can remove the head. You know what? I'm actually not gonna try. So let me show y'all. There's actually a little baggie there because it has a chain, the choker chain. Oh my, and it's actual also kind of like metal, which is awesome. Oh my God, I love this so much. Wow. I wonder if like you could just put it, oh, you could put it on her hand. Oh, that's awesome. This is just phenomenal, man. I am becoming honestly a big fan of Taito. Oh my God. This is phenomenal. I am so obsessed with this. Wow.
2 hours later.
Good. It's not that easy to put it in the base since the feet are kind of like facing inward. You gotta put it at an angle. But yeah, oh my God, I am obsessed with this lineup of Taito. Man, honestly, the size, like I said, 1/6 scale sizing, price figure, the quality, oh my God, I am in disbelief of how incredible these Taito price figures are. Honestly, I would pay like $100 US for this. I might be exaggerating maybe, but I just love it. I'm beyond words of how incredible these figures are for the price, obviously. I mean, if I compare it for like a $200 figure, I would probably be, you know, kind of like average reaction, but for $30, wow, this is just crazy, man. But yeah, she is phenomenal. The face is gorgeous. The expression is great. Like, it doesn't look like a price figure at all on the face expression. The hair, beautiful, perfect, color accurate purple. And it actually has kind of like a clear tips on the hair. Like I said, I love that the chain is actually like metal and it's hanging, similar as to the other price figure of Shizuku that I also have. I think it's also by Taito. It also has a metal chain. Wow, the chest, very pumped up chest. The boot bag, as you're all familiar with my dress of Darling, is phenomenal. The dress is nice. The dress could do a little bit more when at the skirt area in terms of like texture, a little bit more waviness to it. It would definitely help it out. But like I said, for the price, I will not complain at all. The whole skin color, like I said, it's great. The stockings, they're actually textured, as well as, like I said, the other price figure of Shizuku that Taito makes, which is not 1/6 scale, but it's also textured, which is phenomenal. And even under underskirt, it also has the markings on her legs. If you're familiar with my dress of Darling, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, they even did a little good detail there with like the pantyhose and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I am beyond impressed. Like even here in the back on part of the skirt, it's also textured to match the stockings, which is phenomenal. Again, $30, y'all. This is just crazy. I am more than impressed with Taito. If I see them release more Teemos figures, I will buy them. As long as they're animes I like, of course. But yeah, 100% recommend, no question about it. If you love Dress Up Darling, you shouldn't even think about it. Trust me on this one. Like I said, I have every scale figure of my Dress Up Darling, and these Teemos are up there with the Good Smile Company ones. Not so sure if it might compete with the Max Factory, but it's very close. But like I said, $30. Get them. Highly recommend them. Trust me, you won't regret them. And if you don't like them, you can blame it on me, and you can hate me if you want. But like I said, I'm 100% certain that you will be happy with these figures. So phenomenal. Very, very solid start. Like I said, for a price figure, it is phenomenal. So let's continue. So yeah, like I said, that was a solid start. That price figure was phenomenal. I am still in awe of how phenomenal that price figure was. But anyways, let's continue. Next up, I actually have a figure that I actually got through MFC from a seller. It was actually on my wish list. And actually, there's a little bit of story for this figure. I actually did, I think, pre-order this one and 2 others since last year. However, I didn't actually end up liking one of them from the set, so I ended up canceling the entire set since I didn't want to buy a set that I wasn't 100% happy with, especially because each figure cost 27,000 yen, and there was 3 of them. So I decided to cancel one and therefore all the rest. However, I did like one of them in particular that I really wanted. I was only gonna buy it if it tanked on the aftermarket, and I found someone selling it for $105 US, which equates to what, like, that's with shipping. So it equates to what, 15,000 yen, I wanna say, more or less. So yeah, considering that this figure was 27,000 yen retail plus shipping, I think I got a good deal. So yeah, let's open it up. All right, so here it is. I don't know if y'all can kind of see it there from the glare. And it is a figure of Oshi no Ko, and it's Memcho. It's a 1/6 scale, 1/6 scale, and it is by, if I remember correctly, this should be from DMM Factory, but it does say Kitagawa at the top. So, wait, no, they're not DMM. They're actually Good Smile Company. Huh. Interesting. I could have sworn these were by DMM Factory, but no, it says Good Smile Company. And these are 1/6 scale. And like I said, they were like 27,000 yen each, but I actually pre-ordered all 3. However, I didn't like the ruby one. I thought the face looked like shit, so I canceled that one. And I didn't want to get the entire set if it was going to be incomplete. So yeah, I ended up canceling all. But I honestly really wanted this Memcho one because I am a big fan of Memcho. I love her. She's just hilarious, and she's one of my favorite characters in Oshi no Ko. And this is like honestly the only good figure of Memcho out there. So I just really wanted it. However, like I said, I wasn't gonna buy the set, but like I said, somebody on MSC had her for $105, and I got it off of him. Now, I will add a disclaimer. He did message me one day before he shipped it, and he told me that when he was packaging it, the little peg broke, but he said that the figure was still 100% intact and that he just glued the peg back in and that it was fine and everything was okay. But he gave me the option whether to cancel the order or do a partial refund. The guy has a great history on MFC, so I told him that I would check it out and I will make my determination off of that, whether I request a partial refund or full refund or whatnot. But yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that there's a possibility that something could be broken in there. So yes, so let's check it out. Let's hopefully I made a good purchase and a good bet. Yeah, let's open it up. All right, so crossing my fingers. Hopefully she arrives safe and everything looks good. Because like I said, I really wanted this one, but it was 27,000 yen, and I didn't want to get only Memcho without the other 2 for 27,000. However, like I said, for the price I got this one for, I think I'm more than happy for what I paid for her. Like I said, shipping included $105. But let's see. Okay. So, all right, let's put this to the side. Oof. She is good. But the mouth. It looks a little weird. Oh man, I don't know. Let's see. Y'all can kind of see her there. I will do B-roll close-up. I will do for sure the close-up on the teeth so you guys can see what the heck I'm talking about. So yeah, I'm paying close attention right now to the base peg. Like I said, the MFC seller did say that he glued it back in and it looks good. Let me see, let's do the test. Well, she holds up. Let's see, I'm moving it a little, shaking to see its stability. Okay, she doesn't fall, so he did a good job in my opinion with the glue. It looks good. Yeah, so the only problem is that you can't disassemble her, so I'm not sure how it will affect resale value. I'll have to think about it, whether it affects my how satisfied I am with the purchase. But as of now, it looks pretty decent. Like I said, I'm not sure of the face. She looks cute for sure, but honestly, I'm not sure about the mouth. They actually expected to see a little bit more of the fangs. As y'all familiar, Memcho kind of shows a little bit of like Neko fangs in there. They don't look that much in here. It looks like almost like she has no teeth, which I don't like that much, honestly. So yeah, you guys tell me in the comments if you think I'm being a little too critical or if you think she looks great. Like I said, there's not that many figures of Memcho, so this is honestly the best we got right now. So yeah, I kind of have to make do with it. Like I said, the price was not bad, so I won't probably return it to the seller. Not to mention, like I said, it would be kind of a hassle. But yeah, I mean, overall, like I said, the figure looks good. I like the outfit. Like when I saw the prototype figures, it looked pretty, prototype pictures, it looked pretty good. And I'm not disappointed. The boots here, they look like almost like they've been, I don't know if it's the super glue that the guy used or whatnot, but it looks a little bit off in there. It might just need some cleaning, which I'm probably not gonna do because I'm afraid that it's gonna just break. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty decent figure. Like I said, for $100, I don't think I am gonna be too critical about it, especially, like I said, this figure was retailing for 27,000 yen. But one thing I will say is, if you plan on getting the Memcho, and because you don't have her yet, it is not worth 27,000 yen. This is 1/6 scale, and it reminds me, apparently, like I said, it's Good Smile Company. Like I said, I'm almost certain this is the ones that are 27,000 by DMM Factory, unless I'm confusing them completely. So give me a second. I'm gonna check this because I'm actually very, very curious. Okay, so I did just check on MFC, and yes, under manufacturer, it actually does say DMM Factory Alice Glint as the producer. However, like I said, on the box, it does say Good Smile and it says Kitagawa. So I really do not know. I don't know if DMM is like a subdivision of Good Smile, similar how, what's it called, S-Fire is and Max Factory and all those other companies. I'm not sure, honestly. But like I said, 27,000 for this one, it's not worth it, honestly. I wouldn't mind paying like 16, 18,000 maybe, because it is 1/6 scale, but not 27,000. Let me check again. I'm almost certain it was like 27. It was actually 25,000. But nonetheless, this is honestly not worth the 25,000. It is worth what I pay for her, which is like $105 shipped. So I would assume like $80 worth maybe of the figure. It's worth that, but it is not worth 25,000 plus shipping from Japan. So yeah, so there you guys have it. Memcho 1/6 scale. 1/6 scale by DMM Factory or Good Smile. I really don't know. Like I said, on MFC it says DMM. And whenever I saw her at OneFest, I think it did say DMM as well. So yeah, I'm not too sure. If you guys want to shed some light on that regarding DMM Factory, do let me know in the comments. If you guys know anything about that company as to why it's under the name of Good Smile. But yeah, like I said, it's a decent figure. It is worth $100 ship. It is not worth 25,000 plus shipping. So yeah. But yeah, I think still solid figure for 100 bucks. Can't really complain. And now I finally have a Memcho figure for my display of Oshi no Ko, which is over here. So yeah, so not bad for 100 bucks. So let's continue. Alrighty, so now we're gonna go into the newly released figures. These are figures that I actually I purchased through pre-orders. So first up, we got this one. It actually came from the Good Smile Company. Now, Good Smile Company Global, as you all know, when it comes to the tariffs, they do put China as country of origin on their packing slips. So do know that, guys. And if y'all are familiar or have pre-ordered from Good Smile Company, do know that they do have a no cancellation policy. And they will charge your card. Trust me, I know, because I actually didn't want to pay for this card. And I actually, what's it called? Well, actually cancel my card, the card alone, and they still found a way to get the new numbers and charged me. And yeah, that happened. However, Good Smile Global did send out an email saying that for at least the orders of May, they were gonna make an exemption and allow US customers to cancel the figures. However, it had to be only for some figures in the month of May. And you have to include a specific line in the email and the inquiry, so they kind of exempt them from charging you, and they can cancel them due to the USA tariff. So just wanted to add that one. But anyways, yeah, this figure, I am very happy that I actually did get her. I just didn't want to because I was scared of the whole tariff situation, and I thought it wasn't gonna make it in time. But it did, but I am happy though that I did get her because I didn't pay extra for her and I actually wanted her. So yeah, let's open this up. Oh wow, this figure is actually, the box is pretty big. Oh wow. Alrighty, so here you guys can see her. It is the beautiful Hatsune Miku Sakura version, Sakura Miku, by Good Smile Company. And I must admit, this box looks great. It looks awesome. I like the box. It is pretty big, as y'all can kind of tell. It's a pretty big box, so if you get her from AmiAmi or another manufacturer, do know that you're gonna pay a little on the shipping. Like I said, I did get her on Good Smile Global because of flat rate shipping, so I only paid $20. However, with the whole tariff situation, I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna actually buy from Good Smile again. We'll have to see how the tariffs go, just because I hate their no cancellation policy, and they're horrible with customer service. They're not understanding in the least when it comes to any cancellations. Like, you know, the worst thing can happen in your life, send them an email. They don't care, honestly. They just tell you deal with it. However, I was able to score this one with the flat rate shipping, so I'm actually happy about that. I just got very lucky, I will admit. But yeah, let's open this gorgeous Sakura Miku. Oh wow, the way you open this box is kind of strange. It's almost like a shoebox style, and it almost looks like a flower kind of design. I don't know if y'all can kind of see it there, but yeah, it's a shoebox method. And whoa, let me show y'all. Wow, that is great. All right, let's get her out of there. Okay. That's a good looking box. Even the inside, it has like kind of like a backdrop in there with sakura trees. Wow, not bad at all. Got the instructions here. Might not read them. You know me, I usually skip the instruction part. So yeah, let's open her up. All right, so let's check her out first. Oh my God. Man, I should have included my overhead camera. I forgot to install it. Oh well. Okay, let's let's start with the base. Let's put this to the side real quick. So, wow, nice. Have a nice hefty base. It's acrylic, and you can kind of see the sky there with some cherry blossoms, some sakura trees there. Pretty nice. It does say Sakura Miku down there in a signature with like a sakura flower there imprinted. And shoot, in the back it says made in China. Wow. Oh, that hurts. But yeah, it's a single metal peg in there, as y'all can kind of see. So yeah, that's the base. Decent base. Now I will add these little like support rods were like on the outside of the box. I don't know if Good Smile added them after the fact, that they maybe realized that something might start to sag or something, or just as additional support. I'm not sure about it, but yeah, I just wanted to let you all know they're there. So I'm not sure if it's only Good Smile that did that, or AmiAmi will do it too. So yeah, let's put that to the side real quick. And then, whew, wow, Miku, this is gorgeous. All right, let's remove all the plastic. Oh my God. She is beautiful. Wow, that outfit looks so elegant. All right. I'm gonna show her there for y'all, a little close up. Y'all can see her without the twin tails. I will install those in a bit. Let's see. We said it's only a single peg. Okay. Oh, well. All right, cool. There we go. And then the voluptuous twin tails. What is that? Oh, hell no. Better not be paint. Wow. More plastic on the twin tails. That's one. Oh my God, that is awesome. Oh God. Let's see if y'all can see there. There is some like, so it's pink with like the tips being white, but there's some imprints of white cherry blossoms on the pink part and some like darker white on the white part of the still cherry blossom flowers there. That's a nice detail. I like that a lot. So let me put that to the side. Here's the other twin tail. Huh. There we go. Both. Remember the instructions real quick? All right, cool. See which is the right and which is the left. I'll figure it out, right? Okay, I guess this is the right side, the correct side. And okay, yeah, I guess. Yeah, you can kind of tell which side is which. Oh, wow, the hand is in the way on this side, so this might be a little bit more tricky than I thought.
2 hours later.
Okay, guys, so I succeeded in putting the right twin tail, but it is sticking out on the back a little. I will add B-roll with like a close-up there. I'll try to add the B-roll in there. But as y'all can see, it's coming out, like sticking out a bit. I try to apply a decent amount of force, but honestly, I'm just scared of breaking the peg or the head or something. So I'm just not gonna force it. It's from the back, so you really can't see it, and I think she has a hat. I looked through MFC, and apparently a lot of people had a hard time with that twin tail. So yeah, just letting y'all know that twin tail, it's a pain in the butt. So yeah, so there's the twin tails, and it also comes with a little hand, with the little handbag. Very cute right there. So let's put that one in there. Oh, hell no. I just touched the twin tail and it's probably gonna fall. Oh, that fixed it. That fixed the twin tail. Just had to put it a little bit at an angle. Win. That was a win right there. All right. Now, to put the hand without touching the twin tails. Oh, God. So there's the hand. Be careful on the orientation of the hand. Just know that it's supposed to be facing backwards. Otherwise, it won't fit. And last, I think there's a hat somewhere. Oh, nice. Little bougie hat. Little fancy hat. Okay. Oh, wait a second. How does the hat go now? Oh, apparently there's a magnet in the hat. Okay, so there is a magnet there, and it helps it stick in there, I guess. There's got to be like a specific position, right? Okay. I think that might be it. Maybe. Okay, I think that looks good. I think that's it. I think that's success right there, guys. And so there she is. Gorgeous Hatsune Miku Sakura version. It's a 1/6 scale, again, by Good Smile Company. I think for this one, I think it was 16,000 yen. Phenomenal pricing. More so if I got it through Good Smile Global, even though I hate them due to their cancellation policies. But like I said, I love their flat rate shipping. Like I said, it does include 2 little support rods in there. I think they're intended, I guess, for the twin tails, but I'm not gonna freaking use them because I don't like the way they look. Straight, plain and simple. If they start to sag, so be it. But yeah, very happy. Gorgeous, gorgeous figure. This is actually my very first Sakura Miku. I was actually gonna get one by Spirit Tail because I think that was the most popular and best looking one. No, I ended up going for this version instead. So lovely. I think she looks gorgeous. I think the face looks pretty good. The outfit, very nice, very pink, pastel pink colors. Very nice, fancy little shoe boots, kind of like white leather with some gold. They look great. The socks look awesome. They honestly look like Sakura petals, which I love so very much. It looks so great. Again, I'll highlight that the twin tails, they're gorgeous because they have, again, pastel pink and it turns into a white at the tips. However, like throughout the entire hair, it has like Sakura petals on them, like kind of like imprinted in there, and it looks beautiful. I love her like fancy top, very like a little oversized top with like a big ribbon in the front. It looks gorgeous. I love the little hat. I don't know if it's a fedora hat, but yeah, it has some cherries in there, which it looks great. And I love that little like jacket, that little blazer, man. It looks so classy. She just looks like super classy, gorgeous girl going on a date. It looks phenomenal, and I like this one so very much. Worth 16,000 yen, no question about it. Like I said, I will say the shipping probably is high. Not sure on the pricing, but the box was relatively big. But overall, I am beyond satisfied with this one. Like I said, it's a gorgeous Sakura Miku. It's gonna go to my Miku shelf. Yeah, very happy with this Sakura one. So let's continue. Alrighty guys, we finally arrived to the very last figure, and it is actually another Sakura Miku, but this time it's the Senbonzakura Miku, and I actually got this one through AmiAmi. So like I said, yeah, this is the one that I was like very nervous about to see if I was gonna get hit with the tariffs on it, which it didn't, so very happy with that. So yeah, let's check out the Senbonzakura Miku. Bummer. I keep forgetting that AmiAmi has been putting their postcards at the top part of the box, so whenever you're cutting them open, you tear through it, which, man, I'm not happy because I actually collect these. So yeah, please AmiAmi, put them under the flaps of the box, not on top where people open the tape with their blades. I know better. That's on me, I guess. But yeah, that's the AmiAmi postcard, and it's Amiko with a little kimono. Kind of bummed because like I said, I do collect these, and this is the only order of April I actually have. Kind of sucks. Oh well. All right, that's not gonna sour my good mood. Like I said, another Miku is a good day. All right, here we have another box inside the box. And as y'all can see, it's by DesignCOCO. Made in China. Yep. So this one would have been subjected to tariffs if they opened the box up, which I'm glad they didn't. Oh. What is that? What the heck is that red tape there? I don't know what the hell it is. I'm gonna Google Translate it. Honestly, I want to know what the hell that tape is. Huh. Okay, so I did Google Translate on this red label because honestly, with the whole tariffs, I don't really know what it is. It translates to opening strictly prohibited. So I don't know if that's for customs or what, but it says to not open it, so don't fucking open it, customs. Though it doesn't matter because it says made in China, so they would still tariff the shit out of it. So I'm gonna open it, even though it's prohibited, because it's mine now. So yeah, let's open this up. Okay, so here we have Senbonzakura Miku, and it's by DesignCOCO. Not bad at all. Also another big box. It's just as big as the Sakura regular Miku, So yeah, just an FYI. And this one's actually 1/7 scale, so it's a big box considering that the figure is only 1/7. That other one is 1/6 at least. So yeah, let's check out how she looks. Alright, so let's see how she looks. Let's start with the base. I know it's a quite elaborate base, so I'm kind of curious about this first. Let's see. As I mentioned in other videos, I actually do like good elaborate bases. I know it take up space, but honestly, I don't mind it as much for now. So yeah, you can kind of see kind of like some stone in there. Let's see if y'all can kind of see it there. A little shading, a little texture. Not the fanciest, but not ugly in the least. You could tell it's almost like Good Smile quality when it comes to like that date version, like what's it called, the Memcho, but instead of being like dark red brick, it's like kind of like gray brick. And there's some petals of Sakura in there. Oh, that's nice. Okay, not bad. Not a bad start. Let's put that to the side. Okay, here's the diva herself. Wow, not bad. Not bad at all. Let's see. Just remove all this plastic over here. Wow. Not bad. Not bad. I think this one was like 130,000 yen or 150,000 yen. Let's see if y'all can kind of see her there. A little close up. No twin tails there. Oh, wow. I like that. The Sakura kind of there. Flowers. I like what they're doing with these Sakura Mikus. Well, this is Senbonzakura, but still. Wow, that looks nice whenever they put like the Sakura design on the clothing. It's just 3 pegs, one for the rear, one for the front. Very easy. It looks pretty solid, pretty decent. Okay. Next up, it's twin tails. Quite thin twin tails, as y'all can kind of see. It's like a different shades of green and then become kind of translucent at the tips. Oh wow, and the tip and the actual rods, like that connect the pigtails, they're actually like metal. Huh, this is different. Usually it's like plastic. Huh, I wonder why. Could it be a durability thing, or could it be just that it's easier to get it in there? Because that other one was kind of difficult, honestly. It was not the easiest. All right. Of course, I'm not gonna read instructions because I never do, right? Okay, got that one on the first try. I guess it was the right side. Okay. Boom. That was pretty easy, honestly. Doesn't compare to the other Sakura Miku, goddamn. Oh! And the hat. It's a military hat, which, if you know me, I like military girl outfits, so yeah, I like this. Oh, it also has a magnet. Oh man, I love magnets. Yeah. Let's put that to the side. Let's see. Ta-da! Wow. She looks great. Cat hair there. Oh man, this is good. I like this one too. I mean, I think the other one looks gorgeous, but this one has character. Wow, the colors are pretty nice. It's kind of like a pink purple, honestly. I'm not sure what color that is, honestly. I mean, I'm not the best with colors, but yeah, like I said, it looks kind of like a pinkish mixed with like a violet. But yeah, oh my gosh, she looks great. I like the contrast with the purplish kind of like outfit and the green hair. I think it looks great. In my opinion, it's a little different for sure than normal Mikus, because when I think of Hatsune Miku, I think either the turquoise twin tails, or if it's the Sakura, the pink. But in this case, it's very, very different with the hair. It kind of reminds me of little of the, what's it called, the newer Chinese dress Mikus that they're doing. I'll have B-roll, one of the ones that is coming out next year, that I think also has like green hair and like a orange outfit, which I really want. I'm thinking of pre-order that one. Who knows? But yeah, I like it. This one looks very different. I think she looks gorgeous. Very nice smile. I like, again, the hat with like a nice little rose, what's it called? Not rose, sorry, sakura flower at the center. I like the military outfit with like all the medals there, almost like a war medals. But yeah, I like the style, like the long ribbons on the armbands here, that they're just very, very long. And then, like I said, they do have like sakura flowers imprinted on them. The skirt looks great. It looks like nice shading, nice color gradients there. The boots look awesome. Those are combat boots, but they look fashionable as hell. And I really like it. I like how they did like the long stockings, long socks. I'm not sure what those are considered, but they're also kind of like violet. I think they look very, very nice. It matches the outfit pretty well. And she's showing there a little tummy, which looks pretty nice. And I like that. And on the back, you can kind of see that it has kind of like, I don't know what character is that. I don't even know if it's Chinese or Japanese, but there's a letter there. I'll try to see if I can translate it for y'all. But yeah, on the back, and like you can see the waviness of the hair, which looks great. And I like that. It looks very dynamic, almost like the wind kind of blowing on her, which looks great. Everything looks like very dynamic, like what they did with like the what's it called? The arm straps. I don't know if that's what you call them. Kind of like also being moved by the wind. So like I said, it looks very, very dynamic. Clearly that was their intent and they nailed it. Now, one thing I will add is this will take up a good amount of shelf space, honestly, because again, like that whole dynamic that the wind kind of gives off, it also adds space. So you're gonna have to figure out how you're gonna put this one on the D-tops, honestly. But like I said, I'll figure it out, honestly, because I think she looks gorgeous. So yeah, I'm very happy with this one. I highly recommend this one if you can get her. Again, I don't know where y'all are watching this from, but if you're from the US, it's gonna be difficult to find this one because I think it's sold out in most places. And if it didn't, you're gonna have to probably pay tariffs on it. So yeah, but if you can't get her, I do recommend that if somebody's selling it locally in the MFC, do try to pick it up. It's a good one, I think, in my opinion. So let me put this one with side by side with the regular Sakura, since it's nice contrast there. The Sakura Miku versus the Senbonzakura Miku. This is a 1/6, I believe, and this is 1/7. I could be wrong. I'll put at the bottom if I'm wrong or if I'm correct. But yeah, very happy with these two. I mean, I'm very happy. Like I said, that contrast is great. Senbonzakura with like the green hair and Sakura regular Miku with the pink. Which one do I like from the two? I can't say because they're both have their positive qualities. Like I said, this one's so dynamic and it looks so different. It stands out in your collection quite a bit, especially because of the base and the kind of the fluency of the hair and the dynamic of it. But this one just looks fancy, elegant, cute. It looks like a classy girl going on a date, which I love a lot. That blazer, it looks classy as hell. She just looks gorgeous and super fashionable, but like this one looks badass with the military outfit, which I do like a lot. So yeah, I can't give my opinion on this one, which is the superior in terms of quality. I think they're also on par. It just really comes down to personal preference, what fits your collection better. So yeah, but I'll make space for both of them because I really do like them a lot. So yeah, but yeah, here a little recap of the other one. Oh God, I am still shocked. Yeah, might be the best one in the whole unboxing. This $30 figure over this $150, $150 as well. And can't forget that Memcho that I got for like $100. Well, there's no space for her on this take. So yeah, so I'm still deciding what I'm gonna do with my May order. So for May, I actually have one of like the biggest hauls of the year. Usually May's and December's are like my worst months, well, best months, but worst in terms of finances because it's so many figures. I'm gonna have to keep looking at the news, seeing where the tariffs go. I don't want to cancel as many figures. I think like I have about $1,000 US in figures for the month of May. So I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do with those. I'm gonna see my options, see what I can do about that, just because I don't want to cancel, because then it's gonna be kind of hard to find them in the aftermarket. But at the same time, I'm also not gonna pay $1,200 in tariffs for a $1,000 order. So it's gonna be $2,200. That's just craziness. it would be cheaper just to get them on the aftermarket eventually. So yeah, I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do. Hopefully things kind of calm down. But yeah, just to recap on some of the things that I did mention in the video that are very, very important for us US collectors. Like I said, AmiAmi did change on their packing slip on their boxes from country of origin. They no longer put Japan. You guys can comment below if yours still shows Japan for this month. It might have just been an exception with mine, but now it's blank. So customs might be kind of open to checking out our packages, which is not good because as you all saw, everything freaking says China because that's where they're produced, even though item is Japanese. But yeah, so that's not a good one for us. Yeah, that's not good news for sure. And Good Smile Company always puts China in the country of origin. So that one, we're completely fucked with that one. There's nothing we can do really but to cancel or figure something out on that one front. But yeah, overall, I'm still not sure how it's gonna turn out. I'm still gonna keep looking at the news. I might still buy the locally or MFC figures since the market's pretty stagnant when it comes to figures coming directly from Japan. I don't know how it's gonna affect people's finances, the whole tariff situation. So sometimes people, when money's tight, they do sell figures and whatnot, or just they sell some old ones to buy new ones, and with the tariffs, I guess, that they just don't want to cancel. So the market might start booming, or who knows, things might just get more expensive on the aftermarket, given that nothing is coming in directly from Japan to the US. So I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm always anyways on the lookout. I always have my wish list notifications on. I always get notified of new figures that are available. So I will probably still keep buying figures. I'm still not sure just if they're going to be pre-orders or just figures recently released that I have on my wish list. But anyways, if you did like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Do comment below. I did ask a few questions. I do want your feedback on the figures and what you think. Also, just give me some responses into some of the questions I had, because I'm still not too knowledgeable regarding some of the manufacturers and stuff like that. So do please give me your feedback and input. I do really appreciate that. And like I said, if you haven't done so, please do subscribe. It really helps out my channel. I'm about to hit 500 subscribers. It's not that much, but for me, it's so important because, you know, I actually didn't think many of y'all would be interested in watching my content. So yeah, it makes me very happy to see all of you all subscribing. But yeah, anyways, with that, I'll wrap this up and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.